Looking more and more like this is going to be a top 5 driest September on record as we close things out this month and head into what is going to be at least a dry start to October. The only measurable rain we have seen so far this month have been in the first full week or so. The 1st and the 7th both saw a couple hundredths out of Easterwood. We saw a couple of other times here and there where we saw rain elsewhere, but at least as far as Easterwood is concerned, just nothing doing. That was the case this afternoon. That will be the case going into tomorrow as well. And then off we go into October, where we will start it dry, as shown here with one model. So again, this could be wrong by the time we get to this point next week, but likely not. We see a lot of gray and not a whole lot of green across the state of Texas. High pressure to thank for that, and really just no big dips in the jet stream other than a system that is rolling through right now. We'll look at that here in just a moment, but it really looks more and more like it's close to the middle of October, maybe a little bit before that, where we start to see a pattern change. High pressure no longer the dominating factor, or we get enough Gulf moisture to work with where we could actually see some widespread rain. This Climate Prediction Center outlook just showing a lot more green than what we've seen the past couple of days, showing that there are signals that this pattern breaks apart before too long. We're going to get back to our regularly scheduled high pressure programming here in just a little bit, but first we have this upper level low that needs to trek across the state of Texas. If there was more moisture support, this system right now would likely be sparking up some severe weather from the Rio Grande all the way to the top of Texas, but there just isn't. So there's a little bit of lift that is bringing in some showers and some high clouds that we have seen drift overhead over the course of the day today. That continues into tonight, and because of that, those clouds act as a little bit of a blanket over the surface and give us some slightly warmer weather to wake up to tomorrow, and then the clouds exit just in time to give us a toasty afternoon tomorrow. You see a little bit of green here on your forecast radar. Don't worry about that. We really don't expect a whole lot of rain to go along with that, in part because of the same thing we were talking about earlier. Just not a whole lot of moisture support out there. Dew points in the mid to low 50s, and that will likely continue all the way through at least Wednesday. You see some of the deeper green 60s and even up to 70 degrees for a dew point coming back by the time we wrap up this week and head into the weekend. So we'll start to talk heat index a little bit by this weekend, and especially across our southeastern counties. We may even find a brief stray shower out there as well. I just don't see that happening by the time we get to Saturday if you're going to be in Aggie land or anywhere to the north and to the west. Sweaty and then comfortable. Remember, you got to wear black on Saturday, so it is going to be that much more sweaty throughout the day as you're out there for tailgating. So like we always say, all the way through at least September and into October, hydrate, Aggies. It is going to be a little bit sweaty, but still perfect by the time we get to kick. High temperatures in the low 90s, no records in sight, but a little bit toasty all the way through that 10-day forecast.